could Quant go to
$1 million?
Yeah, sounds nuts, right? Basically $1 million max. Not even Bitcoin's gotten up to $1 million. If anything, for me personally, it makes me that much more bullish on the likes of Quant. Because if you think about it, think about how much they got going on, what they bring to the table. They're more innovative. They got all these deals, partnerships, you name it, interoperability. Basically, Overledger is not what? It's not a blockchain. It's an operating system. So how does this all realistically come together? Or is it just a bunch of hopium? Am I full of malarkey? What is Max talking about? Well, if anything, let's dig more deeper into some of these use cases. And on top of that, let's recognize what Quant has already accomplished and what it's doing here shortly. If managing your crypto feels like solving a puzzle, it's time to switch to Decent Wallet. It's just a few taps. You can manage, track, and secure your crypto with unmatched ease. And here's the best part. Grab your Decent Wallet at a discounted price by using the referral link below. Don't miss out on making your crypto experience smoother and more secure. Shout out again to Crypto Lulu in this particular panel discussion with, of course, 3T Warrior Academy. Listen to what he has to say in regards to specifically just that Quant, in regards to the technology, as well as Johnny Crypto, another member of his particular panel. And of course, we'll come right back here shortly.
Just to build on that, Crypto Lulu, what's your thoughts on, obviously interoperability is key for all these things to work. We talk a lot on the show about Quant being, you know, having the right connections, Gilbert having those relationships, working for the Federal Reserve. And we see that, you know, as working together as the overledger for all these systems to bring it together. Similar to what TCP/IP did in the 1990s for the internet. We feel that there has to be something there, and we believe, you know, I know this very much Quant and Chainlink, but it feels like Quant's the one. What's your thoughts on that? Interoperability.
Well, Quant's the overledger to like everything, right? So yep. I think what we need to understand here is that this isn't XRP's game. It's not XLM's game. It's not Quant's game. It's all of their game. And so everything that each one of them does is vital in the ecosystem that is the new system. And I believe that those ISO 20022 tokens are that kind of web, that network, that ecosystem in this new system. You need Quant to do what it does. You need Hedera to do what it does. Like, it all links together, and you can't have this full utility, full rollout, unless they're all doing their job. XRP can't do it alone. XDC can't do it alone. But all of them together are the change.
And that's
so that's what we're waiting for.
Yeah, that's what we talk about all the time on this show, is that it's all about the coexistence of these different technologies that are going to work together, right, for this whole system to work. You need everybody doing their role. And so I feel it's going to be like layers on top of layers of a system that's going to, you know, with XRP being the rail, then Quant being the overledger, and, you know,
and just to add to that, it's just like anything in life. And I'll use to come back full circle to like the rail conversation we started with. Trains run all around the world, right? It works because the train company has manufactured a really good train. Then there's the seats within that train, and that seat company's made really good seats for that service, right? They're all doing different things, but we don't think about the company that made the rails, right?
Right. And of course, the example he was going to use after that is, you know, for the likes of XRP. And, you know, if anything, it is a Quant video, but, you know, he makes some very valid statements, to say the least. So it says, one of the benefits of distributed ledger technology is speed to market. In this clip, Gilbert Verdian talks about a Northern Trust project mentioned at Cybos that would have taken 3 to 5 years without DLT, but was delivered in 8 months. And that's another thing I want people to understand, especially some of the ones that, you know, are obviously watching us on a regular and so on. Quant is basically doing just that. The whole concept of speed to market. I mean, when I think about, for instance, Quant, it's like, you know, kind of like back to what Crypto Lua was talking about, right? It's like, yeah, we have all these other ones that are part of the ecosystem, if you will, not officially speaking, right? But when you think about the concept of ISO 222, okay, that makes sense. What can Quant bring to the table? Well, they bring everything to the table, right? They allow everything to be interoperable, but not just the concept of being interoperable. That concept of speed to market. Think about how crucial that is, right? So, like it says right here, you know, 3 to 5 years without DLT. But with Quant, basically, it was delivered within 8 months. Listen to this particular clip from the one, the only Gilbert Verdian, CEO of Quant. 2 minutes. Really breaks it down very well, and we'll be back for more commentary.
I think the business case adds up, where one of the talks which had State Street, it had Northern Trust and others, Clearstream, talking about what they've done. And what they demonstrated was if they were to build a new platform using non-DLT, let's just pretend it doesn't exist, it would have taken them 3 to 5 years just to get the thing up and running. They've taken that same concept and used DLT technology, and they have completed everything end to end in less than a year, so about 8 months. So speed to market is a huge competitive advantage for them. And using DLT, it's the accelerator, because what they can do is automate a whole bunch of complex back-end processes. They can issue digital assets in a new way, which are all immutable, or they're all accessible to different members and different stakeholders. Whereas if they didn't have that, they would have to create huge amounts of networks, infrastructure, applications would have to be protected, databases would have to be isolated and then synced and reconciled. So all these manual processes just to make it work. That all goes away with DLT. It's a real transformative technology, but more importantly, it's a business accelerator now. And so they've actually had customers come to them saying, I would like to issue a new security, whatever it may be, and they're able to serve the market in a very rapid way, which they could never do before. So their customers are happy because they can become public or issue securities as quickly as they need.
Yeah, as quickly as they need, recognizing that we are, like I've referred to many times, we're the now society. We need things now. We need it fast. We need it delivered. People don't want to wait. And it's something to be said, with what Quant has basically delivered time and time again, to say the least, right? Kind of like the key topic that you saw in today's thumbnail in regards to Quant says, what's the price ceiling for Quant? It's already 10x bigger than all of crypto. And again, shout out to this particular person. I should say again, this is the first time. James Bull at Marius Crypto, or Crypto, I should say. But yeah, it says it's already 10x bigger than all of crypto, 1 trillion, right? With 23 million transactions a day on just one decentralized app, Spunta of one client, SIA, versus 20 million transactions a day in crypto. Think about that for a second. Could it reach the market cap of gold, which is 10 trillion? 1 million for one quant. I know, I get it. Sounds crazy, right? You know what? A lot of things sounded crazy long before even Bitcoin went to 10K, or heck, 69K last bull market, the end of the bull market, right? 11/11/2021. So it says 1 million for one quant and become the largest asset in the world. Why not? You may be wondering, well, okay, Max, give me some evidence. Show me something. Well, look at this. So back on August 27, 2021, it says the Spunta Banca DLT network, again, digital ledger technology, right? Network has reached 100 banks and represents a total of 91% of Italian banks now exchanging interbank data on Corda. We talk about Corda a lot, right? Especially that connection, that bridge, if you will, with the likes of XDC. To learn more about achievements we have made, of course, with Spunta here. But anyway, take a look at this. This is back in 2021. 204 million complete transactions by, of course, October of 2020. Again, this is in the past. 8.4 billion projected yearly transactions. On top of that, look at this. So it says diversify use cases in various ecosystems, right? Look at where it says on the left side, network infrastructure was basically integrated with Quant's network over ledger. right? The connection with that. Now, a little bit more in regards to that. I saw some of these comments and it makes sense. Some of these people are saying, it's all speculation just to now. Is it? This guy did a good job. Hungarian Horntail, 10,000 followers. He says there's nothing speculative about this, and basically just trumped every argument. So when we went more into it, there's this. It says SIA, right, a well-known high-tech Italian company, is now part of Nexi Group. Again, this was a while back, right, roughly a year ago. But it says it provides innovative solutions for the banking and finance sectors. We have entered into an agreement with the goal of integrating the SIA chain infrastructure with Quant's overledger to develop DLT-based cross-platform applications and services. The partnership will help SIA create a fully interoperable blockchain network. Now, if you're wondering about that, well, that's just, one key highlight, Max. Show me more. Well, I will show you more. This, of course, is back in June of 2019. Right? Again, a lot of times we show you things that happened in the past to give you a better perspective of what's happening now and where we're going into the future, especially with the likes of Quant. So it says SIA partners with Quant Network by Rebecca Hackworth, for instance, and it gives you an idea of how this all started, right? For instance, it says SIA, who, by the way, is the leading European high-tech company in the payments services and infrastructure sector. Man, that's massive, right? We think about the likes of all sorts of different payment platforms, right? Heck, we're always talking about likes of Swift and so on, but check this out. As far as high-tech company in the payment services and infrastructure sector, it says, for instance, Quant Network, a UK-based pioneering technology company, right? We already know the deal, have signed a partnership agreement to explore blockchain interoperability and the creation of agnostic cross-platform applications and services for banks and financial institutions. Now, just think about this for a minute. All this was being built all these years ago, right? Quant has already accomplished with everything they got going on. They basically, to a sense, it's not like, oh, hey, this is the vision of what Quant is in the future. They already have this developed and so on. And now the next phase is the implementation of this mandate with ISO 20022 is huge. Then how about this? We talk about, for instance, the likes of XDC, right? Again, a lot of these are great to have as far as your portfolio. It says first, the interoperability test will be executed on R3's Corda and private Ethereum platforms. That was already done. We already seen what R3 provides. It's massive, to say the least. But if you wonder what specifically the partnership aims to do, it says it specifically right here. The partnership aimed to basically integrate Quant Network's blockchain operating system overledger into the SIA chain infrastructure to enable interoperability, one of the biggest challenges and unmet needs faced by the financial industry to develop and implement blockchain distributed ledger technology-based applications spanning different technologies. And think about all those ones that it entails, right? And then if you wonder about SIA chain in itself, it says SIA chain is a private infrastructure leveraging on 570 European network nodes within SIA net, a fiber optic network with high speed and low latency stretching over 186,000 kilometers. I don't know what that is in miles, by the way. I live here in the United States. That supports financial institutions, corporates, and public administration bodies in developing and implementing in a secure, protected way innovative applications, of course, based on blockchain technology, so on, so forth, etc., right? Well, my key thing is this, and I'll come back in the frame on this particular one, and that is, you think about what they've already accomplished in the past, and especially, where we're going here in the future. When I look at that particular graph I showed you at the beginning, think about where the whole market is as we speak. A lot of times we've seen Quant, basically when the whole market is basically tanking and so on, Quant really stands out above that, right? They don't exactly move with, the likes of Bitcoin and Ethereum and so on. And I think they've proven that. When I saw that particular chart, I said to myself, wow, I'm that much more bullish on the likes of Quant. And like I mentioned before, and you heard probably other content creators mention this, we will be eventually priced out of Quant, and especially with the flip of the switch. So like, this is the time, if anything, to recognize which ones you want part of your quote-unquote ISO 222 portfolio. Quant is definitely at the top of my list with the likes of XRP, XDC, and XLM. So if anything, thank you so much for staying to the end, hopefully, for this particular video. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you enjoy this particular Quant coverage, hit that bell notification. My name is Max. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
you.